Weathering describes the breaking down or dissolving of rocks and minerals on the surface of the earth. Water, ice, acid, salt, plants, animals, and changes of temperature are all agents of weathering. Physical and chemical weathering degrade rocks in different ways. For example, physical weathering breaks down a rock's physical structure, while chemical weathering alters a rock's chemical composition. Here we see how water is hitting the rocks, leading to changing its structure. And here we find hydrolysis and carbonation, which are types of chemical weathering. Weathering of high mountains in different climates exhibit high physical and chemical weathering. No rock on Earth is hard enough to resist the forces of weathering. Weathering constantly changes the rocky landscape of Earth, and the length of exposure often contributes to how vulnerable a rock is to weathering. Living organisms also contribute to the weathering process in many ways as shown here, and this is called biological weathering. Here, however, hydrolysis is occurring, which is an example of chemical weathering where water dissolves minerals in a rock, producing new compounds. When rocks and acids are altered by hydrolysis, acids may be produced. The effect of acids on minerals is an example of solution weathering. Weakening and subsequent disintegration of rocks by chemical reaction is noticeable here. These reactions include oxidation. The reaction of rock minerals with oxygen caused a change in the mineral composition of the rock. When minerals in the rock oxidize, they become less resistant to weathering. Physical weathering is also evident in mountains, where in this case the force of friction of wind and water have degraded the rocks and changed their structure physically. Here, we see how physical weathering occurs when groundwater drips over rocks for prolonged periods of time.